Alright, tubes, what is going on? Today is the day we're going to find out. We're going to answer the eternal question, will it run? I'm assuming most of you guys are already up to speed with this, but just in case you didn't see the videos, we'll put some links up for you guys to check out. And long story short, it ended up being a SIEZED bearing inside the engine, and we were able to get it loosened up, and everything's all buttoned up now. And it's just a matter of bolting the pressure washer back to the frame and to the pump, and putting some oil in it, putting some gas in it, and seeing if it'll run. These things go together super easy. First step's just going to be setting the engine back up onto here. It actually finds its way into place, so it's pretty easy to align it. Once that's done, we got to get our pump installed, and the way the pump interfaces with the engine is via a keyed shaft. So what we need to do is line this keyway up here with the keyway on the engine. Now I took a look at it, and as it just so happens, I think we're actually like almost perfectly lined up here. So this thing should go on pretty easy. Let's get it lined up like so, and then we can start putting our bolts through. Those of you who saw part one know that this is just the exact opposite step here, but all we got to do is put our bolts through the bottom here and then tighten up our nut on top. Alright, those three bolts are tight, so I'm just going to top off the oil here. I did add some, but it's a little low, so I'm just going to add a little bit more here. Alrighty, now the moment of truth is here. We're ready to run this thing. We got our spark plug tightened up, we got gas in it. I hooked the hoses up to it and turned the hose on because I don't really like running these pumps dry. I don't know if you can or can't, but I always just avoided it. So we got oil on it. Turn our switch on. Let's see what happens, guys. Alright, well that was fairly promising. It definitely does seem like it's going to run. As you guys saw there, I was able to get it to run, but only by spraying fuel directly into the carburetor. So evidently we also have some kind of a fuel issue. I don't know how long this thing has been sitting prior to me working on it. So I think what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to pop this air filter box off of here. It did have a filter in it. I just took it out while I was spraying fuel in. So I have to take this off, probably drop the carb off, and try and clean it out. Alright guys, just a quick note here. I want to point out to you, this isn't meant to be a how-to video for rebuilding your carburetor, but in case you're watching and you might have noticed, the way I installed the needle into the float was incorrect. The needle is actually supposed to go in between the tabs on the float, not sit on top of it. Alright, so carburetor is all cleaned up back on here. Time for take two. Let's see what this thing will do. Switch it on, see what happens. Alrighty now, well it seems like it's running. Obviously we had an extra step there. We had to take the carburetor off and clean that out. We weren't expecting that, but I mean only time will tell. Obviously it's running now, so I think now we just got to use this thing, you know, pressure wash my truck with it, pressure wash the side of the house, get a couple hours on it and see how it's doing. But you know, as far as the scope of this video and the scope of this project, I think we're going to call this a success. the goal is to get this thing running, and that's exactly what we've done. So I think that's going to conclude this video. As always, if you guys liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we will see you guys soon. All right, guys.